Welcome back to SEO Crash Course for WordPress users. This video is about Google Webmaster Tools, also known as GWT. There are lots of free and paid SEO tools out there, but they just can't beat Google Webmaster Tools because it's run by Google and it's free. Plus, you need a Google Webmaster Tools account to specify certain settings for your site. The bottom line is that Google Webmaster Tools is irreplaceable. In order to use the tool, you need to log into your Google account and then set up your Google Webmaster Tools account. Like I said, first off, you need to log into your account. As you can see, I am logged in. Now, just go to www.google.com/webmasters/tools/home. Now, in this text field, just type in your site address and click the red Add a Site button. Before you can manage your site via Google Webmaster Tools, you need to verify your ownership. The most simple way would be just to upload an HTML file to your FTP server. If you don't know how to do that, or you just don't have access, you should contact your site admin or web hosting provider. So you can just download this HTML verification file, just click on it and select Save. Then upload it to your FTP server, and that done, go to this page. Basically, you need to click this link and then click the Verify Red button. I take it that you've already verified your account, and now you can just log into your Google Webmaster Tools account. Just click the name of the site that you'd like to manage. For example, I'm clicking webis.com. Now you should see your site dashboard page and a few options in the left-hand menu. So, before we go any further, this video is by no means an exhaustive how-to on using Google Webmaster Tools. It's supposed to just give you a general idea on what features you can find in it. Okay, let's move on. So in this site dashboard section, you can see the new and important section. This is where you'll receive your messages from Google. As you can see now, I have none of them. The current status section shows the amount of errors and types of errors here. Also, if my DNS is okay, if server connectivity is okay, and if robots.txt works. It's all good, as you can see. The search queries section shows me a roundup of queries, impressions, clicks, and a little graph here. And if you scroll down, you'll see the sitemap section that will display in my sitemap once I submit it. Okay, now let's click the site messages option, and that's where you'll see the messages that Google sent you. Now, expand the search appearance drop-down menu, and here you can see a bunch of features such as structured data. That's basically a section where you're gonna see your structured data, but since I'm not using structured data like word snippets on my site, it's not showing anything, and it says that nothing is detected here. No structured data was detected. So now let's move to data highlighter. This feature actually allows you to tag your site elements with the mouse, and then Google can present your data more attractively in new ways in search results. Now go to HTML improvements. This section actually shows you all sorts of issues related to your site's on-page SEO. This should be your first and foremost resource to check your site for technical SEO issues such as duplicate meta descriptions, missing title tags, and so on. Now, let's go to site links. Basically, site links are automatically generated links that may appear under your site's search results. For example, if you just go to Google and search for CNN.com, you're gonna see this snippet. And as you can see, other than having the main snippet here, there are a bunch of site links right beneath it. So this is a site link, and this one, and so on. So these items are basically site links. The fun part is that you can't actually influence it, and Google decides on its own whether to show site links and which exactly site links to show. So they just do it as they see fit. Now let's collapse the search appearance drop down and move on to search traffic. The first option in this menu is search queries. The first option in this section allows you to see top queries and top pages of your site so that you know what kind of search phrases land people on your site and which exactly pages are the most popular ones. So you can just scroll down and see your top queries. For example, in my case, it's SEO packages, domain value calculator, and so on. And if I go to top pages, it's gonna show me the most popular pages on my site. Okay, now let's go to links to your site. Here you can see who links the most to your site, your most linked content, basically the pages that have most backlinks to, and you can also see the anchor texts that are used by the backlinks. Now let's go to internal links. The internal links section shows the pages of your site and the amount of links that point to them from within your site. Okay, now let's collapse the search traffic option and move on to Google Index. So I'm expanding this drop-down menu and go to Index Status. This page shows the amount of the pages that were indexed by Google, and you can see a graph of how that was happening. Now let's go to content keywords. This section lists the most significant keywords and the variants Google found when crawling your site. It provides insight into how Google is interpreting your site, the content of your site. It's pretty as I expect for webdesk.com, so I'm all good here. Now let's move to remove URLs. As you might have guessed, the Remove URL section allows you to request removal of URLs from Google search results. You may want to use this feature if you want to remove some content, some links that have been indexed by Google. Okay, now let's collapse this option and move to the crawl section. So I'm expanding this drop down and click Crawl Errors. This section shows you the errors that appeared within the last 90 days. Now, go to Crawl Stats. The Crawl Stats section shows the pages crawled per day, kilobytes downloaded per day, and time spent downloading a page in milliseconds. Not of much use, but still it's available. Now go to Fetch as Google. This feature allows you to see if a specific URL is accessible for Google. Now, let's move on to blocked URLs. This section allows you to modify your robots.txt file content and test it against specified URLs or user agents. So once you modify the content, you can just click Test, and it's going to show you how exactly it works. Okay, now let's move to the sitemap section. Here you can just click the Add Test Sitemap red button, specify the path to your sitemap, and either click Test Sitemap or Submit Sitemap. I'm just going to cancel it. Now let's go to URL parameters. In case you don't see any error messages here, you can just skip this section, because if you mess around with it and do something improperly, it can cause even more issues for your site. So again, no issues, just skip it. And we're gonna go to malware. Just click the malware link. This is where you're gonna see messages if some malware was detected on your site. As you can see in my case, I have no malware whatsoever. That's good. And I can just move on to the next section, which is additional tools. This page shows links to all sorts of resources, such as Structured Data Testing Tool, Structured Data Markup Helper, Google Places, it's for local search, and Google Merchant Center. Now, let's expand the last option in the menu. It's Labs, which has the following options: Author Stats, Custom Search, Instant Previews, and Site Performance. Webmaster Tools Labs is a testing ground for experimental features that aren't quite ready for prime time. They may change, break, or disappear at any time, so you can just play around with the tools available here. And we're done. You've just learned how to create and verify your Google Webmaster Tools account. Plus, now you know your way around the features and tools that Google Webmaster Tools offers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Did you happen to make sure that your WordPress site is A-OK in terms of on-page and technical SEO? No? Thing is, if you did not properly take care of your WordPress SEO, your site will not rank as high as it could. Take my SEO crash course for WordPress users, and you'll be able to fix all your on-page and technical WordPress SEO issues, such as installing and configuring SEO plugins, robots.txt, XML sitemaps, using synonyms, and image optimization, video SEO, permalinks, and the list goes on and on. This course allows you to put your WordPress SEO in order quickly and efficiently. Just click the button to learn more. Are you still there? Since you are, please like the video by clicking this like thumbs up option. Also, you can share this video on your favorite social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Google+, you name it. Other than that, you may want to comment, just like that. And if you want to be sure that you never miss out on my awesome vids, just subscribe to the channel by clicking this green button that says subscribe. It's gonna be so much fun.